Have you ever dreamed of becoming a Roomba? Well, I've got the game for you. Equal parts cozy cleaning and charming tedium wrapped up into one experience so far. Right when I booted up this game, I was smacked with the sense, I don't think I've played a game quite like this. Now, how long does that last, and does that tedium get away and erode this experience? Well, let's find out. This is Toy Story on the GameCube. This is what it feels like to come alive as a toy that is tasked with cleaning and doesn't have to hide from the family, unlike Toy Story. It's actually your task to help them out and spread happiness. Man, it's such a relaxing game for the most part. So roughly the goal is to go around cleaning the house, whether that is finding an object or picking up scrap or scrubbing dog footprints with your toothbrush that you find. You'll be going through various different rooms and trying to figure out how to get up somewhere high, how do I get over here, how do I get outside, all while trying to make sure that you don't run out of voltage from your battery. But don't worry, you carry around your own little plug and you can plug in any outlet that you find around the house. There's also a day-night cycle to worry about as you're trying to get all these tasks done. The more happiness you spread by cleaning and making the family, as well as the other living toys around you happy, you're going to be a good little robot. So by doing these tasks or finding items for these characters, the more money you get and the more happiness points you get as well. Happiness points lets you increase your battery capacity, as well as becoming rank number 1 to unlock Super Chibi Robo, which I have not done yet. I'm so close, I think I'm rank 10. And you also get moolah or money, and that gives you access to purchase items for Chibi Robo and to upgrade them, like a gun arm so you can take out some nasty spiders later on. Right now, I'm a little over 5 hours in. My battery has been upgraded to 180 volts. I've unlocked access to a couple different rooms in this house. And honestly, right now, I want to get back to playing it, which is an awesome feeling to have. It's roughly a 12 to 15 hour game, so I've seen a decent chunk of this experience overall. And from somebody who's never played this game before, I can kind of already see what the game loop is going to be from here on out. At times, the tedium of trying to figure out how to progress can be a bit much, and sometimes you just feel like there isn't enough time to accomplish your goals. Granted, there's really no penalty for going back to the day and resetting it. There have been many times where I'm trying to get up to a ledge and get an item, and I just cannot get to it. And you figure out, well, I probably need to progress, and I'll be able to get it to later on, and that is generally the case. I was recently at a point where I felt like there was nowhere to go, and I just had to keep cleaning up things and grabbing scrap to get more and more money. But now I'm at a point where I have 5 different types of things I want to get done, and I'm just trying to figure out which order I want to do them in. And that's what I want from a game like this. It has that cozy feeling, but I have a game plan generally when I'm leaving my little Chibi Robo house, and let's go do that in this room to get past this part. I think one reason that this game might be worth checking out in general is there's such a care in the expressions, the animations, and just the overall cozy feeling of the game. Just being shrunk down and exploring a family's living room does a lot here. Or climbing over things on a shelf in a kitchen, you're just this small little dude, getting behind a dresser to find coins or a piece of scrap to pick up. And I truly just feel like I'm a little toy running around tasked with cleaning things up. I am the Roomba. There can be a slight monotony with some of the same things happening and populating every single time you reset the day. For instance, there is that same spot on the floor that has a dog's footprint that I gotta scrub with my toothbrush for the 10th time. I could leave it, but those paw prints won't clean themselves. Even with the small examples of that nagging bit of tedium, there is something more serene about the tasks laid out before you and trying to navigate what am I going to get done on this cycle. Knowing that exploration plays a big role, it goes a long way to find out what's the next quirky toy you're going to run into when entering a new room. And just wondering what rooms are going to be available, because that's always exciting to me. And the scale of these rooms that you will be finding and unlocking is such a cool thing. That's the whole reason I really wanted to play this game, is because of that style, being shrunken down and exploring something that I am very familiar with, a house, but I like the perspective switch. Whether this will help everybody, the family that you are helping out is fairly eccentric in their own right. It's very out there. A daughter who talks like a frog because she wears a frog mask or hat. It's got this weird Rugrats vibe almost to me, and it's kind of cute for a depiction of a kid in a video game. You got the slob dad who likes to be eccentric. And then you have the complaining mom. This game just is an oddball of characters and ideas all rolled into one, and for the most part, you can take your time with it and not feel rushed. Even if there's a bunch of timers with your battery and your day-night cycle, it still feels like, oh, I can just take my time, explore this. I don't need to rush through it. Where some of the tedium becomes a negative for me is when you miss a jump, for instance. I've done this fairly often. It takes a lot of battery voltage to get back to where you were, and that takes time to find an outlet, and maybe by the time you make it back up to the place after being recharged, you might not even find the item before the day or night runs out. To alleviate some of that tedium, there are shortcuts that you can unlock in certain places in specific rooms. Also, if you get items or unlock certain passageways, those will be there when the day-night cycle resets, so that's a welcome touch. Your little robot companion that's with you also asks you to save every time you plug in and every time the day or night cycle resets. So that can be a lot already in my 5-hour playtime, so trying to just go through the motions of those and getting past that can start to wear on the patience a little bit. And this is an older game, so when there's some things that are maybe a little bit less intuitive. For instance, I was at one point where I'm standing next to a trash can. I click the action button, and it's like, nope, you can't do that from here. And I'm literally looking at the trash can. But what do you have to do? You have to go around to the front of the trash can. I figured you need to get on the shelf and throw into it, but no, you can stand down at the base of it and throw it up into it. To me, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but that is retro gaming for you every once in a while. And generally on the screen, unless you go into first-person mode, there is nothing around you marking where you should be going or where you should stand to do certain actions unless you come across it. So if you go to a rope, you'll get a little action icon so that you know you can interact with that thing. So trying to open up a drawer, for instance, sometimes I would grab my plug instead of opening up the drawer. But besides that, when you look out around the room and you're swinging around your camera, you don't have anything showing you where to go or what to do. But when you do go into the map mode, then you can see, oh, this is how many chibi rooms I need to collect, which is just this weird, awesome... I'll show the clip right here. So when you're looking at the map, you can look around, you can zoom in, and it's kind of cool because it takes a snapshot of what's going on in the room. So you see the dad in real, quote unquote, in real time, and you can see the kid on the floor. I really, really love this map view. Plus, it's very good to navigate and figure out, oh, how many things do I need to collect in this room? So there is quality of life stuff there. It's just not readily available like modern games, and that's okay. I think your tolerance to those types of things, the little tedium here and there throughout the experience, that's going to be up to you to decide whether you want to deal with that while also just exploring and taking your time in this cozy little adventure. And man, I love the view of the rooms from the map screen. It's just a cool concept overall of exploring a house when it shouldn't be, because in reality it's very mundane. But you have this interesting, eccentric characters to find along the way, and I'm just always curious what the next room's going to be that I'm going to be unlocking. Now, this could just be me coming on with fresh eyes, experiencing this for the first time, this GameCube classic. A lot of people say it's that hidden gem on the GameCube, but I don't know. I've played a lot of games in my time and haven't played something quite like this. There's elements of other games in here, but this one's fairly unique, and I'm charmed by Chibi Robo and the world he's inhabiting. Whether I do a full review or retrospective later, unsure, but as of right now, if you got this game on your shelf, lucky, or have access to the GameCube on NSO, I think it's worth checking out. And if you want another retro Nintendo game to check out, well, here you go.